We're live. Hello, people tonight. Good to meet you. You should have done a lot of things, my friend. But I understand, we all make mistakes. Horrible, horrible mistakes. Like sometimes. Well, if you can at least post it into my video. Okay, you put it in video editing? No way. Dang it. Okay, fair enough. Yeah. Oh, I guess I gotta talk about this then. I'm age for 10. Mhm. I would not be surprised by a bunch of monkeys showing up, creating creating everything. That's fair. That's fair. Actual intelligence would be a nice thing for once in people's lives before they post something. That is horrible. Sometimes people need to be just movie critics instead of comic critics. You know? Okay. So JXE, she decided to make some posts about Spider-Man comics today. All right. Now, JXE works on is one of the is a YouTuber. They do every frame of pause on occasion. They're one of the minor people. Now, I don't usually attack people for criticism if I can help it, unless it's really, 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 really dumb. This is one of those cases. They tried to say that the MCU is better than the old comics because the old comics had corny dialogue. Now, now, I'm just gonna say this: the MCU doesn't have the artist Steve Ditko or Ross Andrew or any other great Spider-Man artist in it who they try to imitate for their images. So there's one advantage, but also it's like this to me. You know how sometimes people criticize old movies for not having natural dialogue and stuff like that, and they're still classics, whatever. The thing about it is, these comics are from the fucking '60s. What do you expect? Yeah, I'm sorry. Things are old. Things age. In 10 years' time, movies from now are going to sound horrible. That's just always the case. Or there's cringe, or there's just going to be like, you know, talking evolves. Like, I know people who are ticked off by Josh Whedon dialogue nowadays just because of how quippy it is. You know? And I used to write like that. I kind of have to stop myself from doing it so often now. But it is what it is, right? But, okay. Jay tried to defend themselves by basically saying, "Oh, look at me! I'm good. I'm like old Doctor Who, but it's not good." I'm like, look, I'm sorry you think the movies are better than the comics, or you think the dialogue's corny, but you know, but when you criticize something like that, you also have to think of the fucking time frame of it. Because guess what? In the 60s, they weren't exactly like now. You wanna know why often dialogue is the way it is in comics? Wanna know why? To fit that fucking bubble that we have to put in panels to make sure everyone can speak to each other or be understood. Comic dialogue has to kind of be able to fit into a bubble, so there's that actual writing constriction. There's also the fact is that nowadays we have computers to make things easier. But back then they had shit out of luck. You better hope you write the dialogue right to fit that bubble. Words had to be changed, and honestly, what can you do? Plus, these comics were often written for kids or at least general audiences. You know, you might as well make sure everything's understood. What you know, I get the point. I get the point. If we were talking about '80s comics, because a lot of these early comics were written for teens, kids, and teenagers, and the dialogue had to evolve over time. So saying that the dialogue was just bad in its time, it's like, no. You know what was bad? Fucking Justice League. You want to know how you could tell everyone apart in Justice League? By what catchphrase they had. Superman was basically like, oh, great Caesar's ghost. But does Jay know about that? No, because they don't actually study the fucking medium. My point being here is this: don't be a comic critic if you're only interested in movies. That's kind of my point. Because I'm willing to listen to movie criticism. I'll take it if you know your shit. But if you don't read comics, know comics, well, fuck you. Like, comics are a different medium that evolve over time in different ways and had to adjust. Like, Mike, do I take Super Mario and say, oh, look at the original Super Mario? It pales, it fucking sucks in comparison to Super Mario Odyssey. Do I? Would you call that? Well, I think it's fair to an extent to be able to criticize something that, look, I think it's fair to criticize something, but how you criticize it is very important to me. Because, look, I'm not expecting an old comic up to the standards of anything new. The dialogue had to be a certain way for a couple of reasons. One of the reasons it was exposition heavy, there were no fucking reprints back in the day. They had to do that, or else how kids couldn't read the last issue all the time. You know? Like, there wasn't a perfect delivery system for comics back in the day. You had to hope that you were able to get your copy, you know? Basically, yeah, yeah. Jay, you'll often see them. They have kind of like they're actually on one of the recent EFAP, believe it or not. They have like you'll see them in a yellow shirt, glasses, brown hair, like that's their avatar. Like you can look at some of the recent one, and that's them. I know, but you can at least you can. It's true. Honestly, the best way to watch them is to find somebody who puts in timestamps because there actually are like dedicated fans who do that, and sometimes that actually does help the experience. But I look at those streams as kind of hangout background noise streams. They're kind of good for that on occasion. I don't exactly like all of them, but it's like, they're making fun of somebody I hate. Fine. Look, I like they made fun of Quentin, Jack States, and a couple other people, so I can't really complain about them that much. But honestly, I do criticize some of their styling on occasion. I don't think they're the worst ever. I think they're just it. I'm not exactly a fan of their style, and that's fine. But Jay making this criticism in defending the MCU makes me go, ugh. But yeah, you alright, fan? I'll check. Blah blah blah. It looks like we're still on the stream, but I'll double check here. Mm-hmm. We still on? Yeah, just tell me when we're back on. Okay. Mhm. We're back. Okay. We should not be muted. I hear you. All right. All right. Hey, if you guys can hear me on the stream, just put in chat you guys can hear me. All right. Okay, let me see about this here. Mike, why don't you okay, this might be a weird suggestion, but why don't you leave Discord and enter back in? Okay. Yeah, about that, but I they made a terrible tweet about Spider-Man today, and I just could not let that stand today. So I'm kind of in a rant mode. Oh boy, am I in a rant mode. But it boils down to this. I really feel like when people criticize comics, I often have the problem of, are you criticizing them from a comic point or movie or
Da, da, da. Okay, OBS is back up. We should still be going. Alright. You could get back to talking, I think.
Alright. We good? We good.
We should be good. I am going to be checking my audio this time, and on the...
Alright, so I'm not alone in the world.
Yes, congratulations, guys. I have been Dave's imaginary friend right now. I've been stuck inside his head for a good long while, but now I'm out here. You should be good. I am going to be checking my audio this time, and yeah.
Sorry, I accidentally had you playing because of reasons.
Yeah, we just had to make sure. Nothing but professionalism over here, guys.
Yeah.
Alright. So, yeah. So, was that the most you've gotten into? Oh, that means I have to explain the whole Monolith story again.
Probably. Look, the Monolith story is not too hard. We found a monolith, guys. Aliens might be real.
Yeah, essentially what had happened is that a bunch of guys, apparently counting sheep from a helicopter, I don't know that's how you do the countings, but they were doing that, and then they saw something shiny off in the distance, and they went to go see what it is, and it turned out to be like some kind of shiny metal slab that's stuck in the ground. It kind of looks like this. I think I might be a bit loud.
You're fine, maybe. Maybe, who knows?
Yeah, I might have put the... Yeah, let me know how my audio levels are doing, guys, if you're in the chat. But basically, this is what they found. It's just this shiny metal thing that looks like it came from the set of 2001 A Space Odyssey. Only the one in 2000 Space Odyssey is all black. So, it's just one of those things that's been making rounds. I'm not entirely sure what to make of it. I mean, for all we know, it might just be somebody's art project. It could just be a distraction, just to get us to look at something while something else is going on. Who knows? But it's there, and some people are speculating, hey, it might be aliens, and I mean, I hate to be a skeptic about it, but it's probably an art projects. I mean, I like the idea of there being aliens dropping this behind.
Okay, here's my theory, and this might sound weird, but I actually think that's just maybe like a prank because it's 2020 and stuff, and like I genuinely do think it's that more or less.
Yeah, let's cap off 2020 with aliens. That's what the prank is.
Like, if it is aliens, then fuck me. Well, Mike, you're gonna get anal probe first.
No, I'm gonna be the one who solves this mystery first, because I tend to do step-by-step guides on paranormal situations just for fun.
So, okay, so let's actually talk about this then. Are you going to be like the one driven insane by the madness as you discover you're an insignificant speck upon this blue diamond of a planet, and that this blue diamond of a planet is specking the wind at the winds of a great cosmic horror from beyond the stars who neither lives nor cares about your existence?
Hell no, I'll only figure out only what I need to, and then just dismiss all the rest. It's like, yeah, don't learn too much. You might lose your sanity. Just learn only what you need to. And then solve the situation, and then just move on.
Whoa. I'm just now imagining like Zoidberg as like a paranormal investigator, and he just gets done and just go woo, and out of there. That's how I'm gonna view what you do. You know, that's just how you do it.
Yeah, it's like it's a big metal thing out in the middle of nowhere. I mean, maybe it's part of something big. Maybe it was part of a construction that was abandoned, or maybe some ancient eldritch being left it there. maybe it's like maybe it's something left by the great race of Yith or
Yeah,
something.
basically.
Yeah, who knows? Has anyone checked what's underground? What's underneath this thing? It could lead to an Eldritch City. It could be stuff like that. Although you probably don't want to stay in that Eldritch City for too long, and chances are, if you see any signs of life down there, you probably want to seal that damn thing up real quick. Because whatever's down there is probably not compatible with what's on the surface.
That's true. But
But yeah,
it,
but that's one of the funny things I found online. It's just that thing that seemingly makes around. I've seen this several times on Facebook for some reason. It's like, what what the hell is this? Why do we keep hearing about it? So that's why I'm starting to think that maybe it's supposed to be a distraction.
oh, maybe. Honestly, I think it could easily just be a distraction, a prank, like not a huge thing.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, it's probably not gonna be anything big. Now, have you watched the Game Awards lately?
Yes, I have. I'm gonna let you take care of this because I got some ranting to go on.
Oh yeah, but right, where was it? I mean, here's something that came right out of my worst nightmares. Last of Us 2 wins Ultimate Game of the Year at the Golden Joystick Awards. Ugh, son of a bitch. But let's be real here. These kinds of games, they're made for the journalists, and it's the journalists that are running the goddamn awards shows. And it's like what you said about the comic people who or the movie people who criticize comics even though they're not comic fans. I mean, this is shit that these are things run by people who criticize games, but they're not games fans. They don't understand gaming. They don't understand how it goes and everything.
Well, honestly, the thing that pisses me off with Golden Joysticks is actually finding what else was nominated.
Oh yeah, what did you find?
Dude, like nothing. Like if you looked up who was actually put on like best voice work or best performance, it's like you have no idea. It's very hard to actually find it. Not even joking. It's genuinely
But yeah, this is one of the more annoying things about yeah. Because when you get right down to it, these people, they tend to value games that are much more cinematic and much more movie-like, which is not what a game is supposed to be. I mean, there's supposed to be a game in there at some point.
Yeah, if you want to go even crazier on some level, this is just me talking about it. Look at how much Naughty Dog took home for Last of Us 2, one of the most critically panned games this generation.
Oh yeah, it wasn't just the goal. It wasn't just the ultimate game of the year. They've got like several other awards during that time.
Yeah, like I think somebody said they got like about 10 nominations.
Oh
But I
my!
could be wrong. I might be thinking the Game Awards.
It's
But even then, I don't think Last of Us was that great a game. Honestly, it's not even my favorite game of the year.
you know what? Big hot take here, guys. I don't even think the first game was that great of a game. I mean, all you got is it. I mean, it would make for a good TV show, but as far as games go, I won't say it's bad. It was just very generic.
No.
But this new game, I mean, let's face it, the Last of Us series, all it had going for it was its character. What did it do? The first chance it gets, kill off its most favorite characters.
Well, I understand why. You know, hey, we want to do something daring and different, and I get that.
Yeah, without understanding, okay, what makes daring and different so brave? I mean, they're trying to copy
Yeah.
Game of Thrones all over again, and it's messed up.
Well, the big problem with the game ultimately is that it just doesn't, you know.
Oh yeah, and keep in mind this is the game that came up in the Capcom leaks, or in the Capcom leaks, where Capcom, in their effort to appeal to the West, I mean, they're looking to this game as an example of how they should do future games. Because, yeah, that's what I want to imagine the next Resident Evil game to be like. Freaking Last of Us 2. A game that really. That just. Let's. Let's be blunt here. It shits on its own fan base. Anyone who's a fan of the original characters is just beaten down senselessly and heartbroken. And it's done so because, well, it's an Artura project. It's a project that was made for the developer because they want to make you feel something. Yeah, a a torturer probably wants you to feel something too. Doesn't mean it's always good. So, we are living in an era where it's become straight up the developers versus the consumers at this point. And it's such not a good place to be. Yeah, best storytelling best storytelling at this year at Golden Stick Awards. Best storytelling. Just ask anyone who liked the story of the previous game if they like the story of this game. Last of 2 takes trophy for best visual design at the Golden Joystick Awards. Yes, Abby's abs are probably exactly what they consider best visual design. If not the most anatomically correct design. 20. It's like, okay, that's another thing. Get Last of Us 2 first, but. So, yeah, those are like the other winners.
Sorry about that. I had to take care of something really quickly. Professional. Hello?
Yeah, as professional as we can get around here. Yeah, again, it's like, I do apologize for the crazy muted issue that we've had earlier.
Yeah, basically.
But yeah, this is what these guys want to be the future of gaming. They want games to be movies. They're not even good movies. They're like, when you get right down to it, I mean, it's not even like well done if you judge it as a movie. It's more like a movie made by a hack director who just want to put flashy stuff in front of you. It's like a movie made by Michael Bay or something. Actually, that's Modern Warfare, Call of Duty. And hell, even our modern movies aren't really aren't really all that good either.
Oh yeah. It is what it is.
But yeah, and if these games keep selling, we're gonna keep getting worse games like these.
Well, my opinion basically boils down to like, you know, it. We're gonna get worse games. Look, honestly, we'll see what happens. Because look, I don't think Last of Us 2 basically is this great game. It didn't sell that well, it seems. Look, here's the thing. You can give games awards all you want, but what matters is if they sell.
Yeah, or at least it should.
And honestly, you wanna know what game I thought should have won this year if I had to be honest about it?
Which one?
Hades. That
Oh
game.
yeah.
That really should have won. From everything I've seen, I've not played it yet, but from everything I've seen it do, everybody who talks about it, I want to play. It looks good,
I mean, it's done by the same people
but
who did
from what I can
Bastion.
see, it's Bastion,
Yeah, I
you
think.
know, and it seems like a way better game than Bastion, which a lot of people do consider a classic.
Exactly.
So, like to me, it basically boils down to this: the game's good, you know, so fuck. But it is what it is, and I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
and I think what's going on is that all these big executives, I mean, these highly rich people who own big businesses within the gaming industry, uh, I've heard of something like this happening before, where it's like when you get rich, you suddenly have like this sort of like imposter syndrome where you feel like you don't deserve this kind of money, so you try to use it for like something good. I mean, these big
Oh,
corporate execs, they have the money, they can take losses, although I'm not sure if their investors will be too happy about those losses, but they can take losses, so they're willing to go on these massive moral crusades on this stuff, and these moral crusades tend to turn out fairly bad.
sometimes it is what it is, though. And pardon.
You eating something?
Yes, I'm hungry, dude. I haven't eaten today. I've had a shipment, man. I've had a funeral. I don't care. Plus, with everything else tonight, me eating is the least of our problems.
Yeah. All this technical. Yeah, that's the thing. I wasn't expecting my mic not to work because it usually works. Maybe it's because
Maybe.
of the USB hub that I just installed onto my PC. Because well, a lot of the USBs slots I have on my PC have been not working. I've been meaning to look into that, so I've been running out of USB space. So maybe OBS just didn't quite figure out where to look for my microphone. You still there, Exalted
Yep,
Blue?
I'm here.
All right.
I'm here. I'm just yeah. I'm basically just juggling a bunch of stuff on my end because look, it's one of those things of like when you have like a lot of stuff going on, you kind of have to balance like your life here and there, you know. And unfortunately, I have the issue of Jewish funerals. Uh,
Yeah, I know. You got life, so did I. I mean,
I
I'm
got
not.
basically hit by the law.
I mean, I'm not gonna talk about all the weird stuff that I've been dealing with because, well, it's really just been family drama, and it's not even my family.
Yeah, basically, it is what it is. And look, I've been dealing with the Twitter drama with like Jay and everything, and like I said, I don't want to hate them. Honestly, they might have some good points, but frankly, I'm tired of people who talk about comic books without really knowing the genre. It's annoying.
Yeah, so I mean,
It
who knows? Maybe we'll be important enough to actually debate Jay.
if I do come on and debate anybody, I'll see. Honestly, I probably will take it very easy and just go in like unprepared and just be like, okay, let's talk about this. What am I thinking? Or how are you going to find objective here? Because I know your tricks.
Yeah,
I watched you guys before.
I mean, we're not debaters. We're just nerds.
Look, I'm nerds talking about the fact that you're trying to put down the comics for basically not being for comic fans preferring them. Yeah, it's like how book fans prefer the fucking movies. You wanna know what didn't happen in it? The child orgy.
Yeah,
Can't believe I said that.
yeah, sure, AJ. I mean, we might think of something to we might think of a topic that you'd be interested in to bring you on for. I mean, we've talked about a lot of stuff.
Honestly, you might as well just join us on stream sometime, dude. We know you. Come on, shit. I don't mind having a third co-host.
Yeah, in case the other one's mic isn't working.
Either that, or either that, or like Will sometimes acts gun shy, but he still sometimes wants to come on. Like, I'm fine with my friends as long as they ask beforehand. So yes, come on in. Heck, come on next week, dude. We don't care. Like, you can either sit back and listen or ask us questions.
Yeah, I mean, if you got a topic, I mean, just come aboard. We'll bring a topic. It's like usually I go with 3 topics per stream because it's an hour stream. So that's usually enough to tide us over for about an hour or so. So it's like one topic per person. There we go.
Yeah, and honestly, if anybody else wants to join, whoever's listening, I'd definitely be interested in. Just ask.
Yeah.
Like I said, we'll consider it. We'll look into it, and we'll do like a little interview thing if we don't know you personally. AJ, we know personally, so.
Oh yeah, and with the monolith thing, I'm starting to wonder. It's like between the monolith and the monkey brain thing, is there any sci-fi movie that 2020 has not been imitating?
Well, honestly, we have 12 monkeys with the possible disease.
Oh yeah, we have 12 monkeys. we effectively have.
Honestly, the only thing we don't have are truckers in space.
Yeah. I mean, we're coming up with all these strange apocalyptic movies. Yeah, we're practically creating Skynet with all the algorithms out there. Because it's for our own protection. It will protect the masses from, well, mean tweets. Effectively, that's good. God, have you seen the hearings that happened recently with Jack Dorsey and like Mark Zuckerberg? It's like I turned in for a clip. It's like I just saw like a short like minute of it, and already I heard one guy lying his ass off about the Hunter Biden stuff. I was like, well, we took it down because it was hacked material. It's like, but that wasn't hacked. It was abandoned in a laptop in a computer repair shop. Therefore, it became the property of the computer repair owner. It was just left there. You're making it sound like somebody like broke into his computer and stole his stuff. It's like, no, he just left his stuff. But yeah, the big thing that worries me is that these guys are. It's like Jack Dorsey and Mark Zuckerberg are suggesting that they themselves help rewrite 230. Because yeah, that's a comforting aspect. It's like the 2 guys who are breaking 230 laws frequently are the ones going to be in charge of rewriting it.
That's fair.
So yeah, we might end up having to say goodbye to all the alt-tech sites out there, because damn well they're gonna throw in a lot of regulatory bullshit that's got to cause new startups to fail quickly. Unless they start as a subsidiary to, say, Google, Twitter, or Facebook.
Yeah, true. Oh well, this has been kind of like a weird, interesting stream. I gotta take care of some stuff, but unfortunately, my timing is kind of bad tonight.
Yeah, so was mine, to be fair. But yeah.
Fair. We're just gonna mulligan this stream. We'll count it with the official number, but next stream we'll try and do something better. I promise.
I blame the goddamn monolith. It's affecting our technology. But thank you guys for sticking around with us through all the shenanigans that was going on. And I assure you, Dave has not gone crazy. I do exist.
Yeah, no, it's just been a whole thing.
Good night, guys.
Night. Sorry about that, man. And